What's up guys, ZizuEG8460 here, and today we're going to make a review of Legends of Tomorrow that premiered on CW yesterday. I just watched it a few hours ago, and today I'm going to do an honest review of it for the people who actually watched it and for the people who did not see it yet and want to know if it's going to be recommended or not. So I'm going to pull out my honest opinion and pull out my review on the show that just got premiered yesterday. The start of shows is the most important part of the shows, that because it gets the people inside the show or outside. It determines. It's not essentially the entire overall opinion of people on the entire show, but it's just very nice to be having a very good starter, because if you don't have a good starter, it's really hard to build up to the story, and it's really hard to for the director to tell the novel probability and shares the plot of the entire thing with us fans. So I'm gonna start with the intro of the show first. Also, I'm gonna try not to spoil anything for people who have not seen it yet, to be actually amazed and to see the plot, but I'm gonna reveal some stuff. So if you don't want to be revealed some stuff from this channel, please turn off the video now, but I really appreciate that you came here. The intro of the show is probably the best thing I liked about the first episode, because it was very strong introduction and we got to see Vandal Savage in person, like at the very first scene, and we got to see how dark of a nature he is. I really like the actor, he portrayed him at a very good level, and we could really see how vicious he is and unforgiving. You can tell the guy is really a maniac and he's a history destroyer, as it's trying to be portrayed by the director. So the intro really hit me hard and really got me pumped and hyped for the rest of the show. Now, continuing from the intro, everything we have seen is kind of rushed in my opinion, because I needed a lot of details in the stuff, and I didn't really get that much of detail, but I got a rushed plot. That's just my opinion. Some people might agree that they want it like a bit rushed, because the first few minutes might decide how the show overall will look and take place, but I thought it was a bit rushed. But on the other hand, I saw Arthur Darvill as Rip Hunter, and he was absolutely fantastic in the beginning, alright, and all the cast really looks amazing, and their origin stories is not really told that much, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna continue from it and the director will give us more in-depth look on the origins. But so far everything looks so fantastic. The graphics looks very good for a low budgeted series. It's not that low budgeted, but I still had to make that point out. The scripting I really liked, but there was some flaws. I really felt like there were some flaws, but overall I think the show's start was a very pretty good start. That's how you start a show. This is how you introduce things. The element of surprises were there in the movie, and I also liked how it's deep and complicated, because I love complicated things and mysteries and stuff. So the intro really hit me hard. The middle of the show, I don't really want to talk because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but I'm gonna try to not spoil but still talk about things. So in my next section, I'm gonna talk about two of the very strong characters in this series so far. Probably the best story in this first episode so far, and the thing that we got a role about, and how this show was centered in the first episode about, is Hawk Girl and Hawk Boy, and they're absolutely fantastic. I have a little bit of issue on the flying technique used in the show, but I still find Hawk Girl and Hawk Boy very interesting subjects, and they're gonna almost like steal the show, because they are old and they have been killed many times, and they have the most build-up relationship with Vandal Savage, and they really want a revenge. I know Rip Hunter also has problems with Vandal Savage, and Vandal Savage did something, I don't want to spoil it, for Rip Hunter. So Rip Hunter wants to, the character of Rip Hunter really wants to revenge and get him and kill him. So I found those two characters pretty unique. Also, there are two other characters that make me want to watch this show more, just to see how they look and how much story they are in, because we're not told much about, but they're not superheroes, they're supervillains. Wentworth Miller and Dominic Purcell as Captain Cold and Heatwave were really good. Really good in what way? I would say in the acting way. I see potential in these two actors. I really see Captain Cold and Heatwave characters built into them. They really worked hard for it. The guns looks amazing. The actions is amazing. I mean, they're both pretty underrated in this series. Also, the Atom, I want to talk about him. We're not shown much, we're not told much, but the series will evolve. I really like that they didn't rush it more than how they rushed it in the first episode, from my opinion. But we're gonna see how it goes, how the story goes. We're gonna see it because it's very entertaining so far. So when I saw the trailer of this series before it actually premiered, I thought the element of time travel was not gonna be much. It's gonna be less and more focused on the detailed story. But in the first episode I saw a lot of time traveling. I'm not against it in any way. I really like the time traveling thing and the mysteries. But yeah, that's what I saw. I saw, from my opinion, too much time traveling. I mean, it's just 3, I know, but for a first episode it's pretty much. But I'm not complaining because I really liked it, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna fake, I'm not gonna criticize just to make myself look more like a professional watcher or something. But I really liked the way the show was built, and I really loved the script, and it's very entertaining so far, and I really want to see more. I really love the references to Green Arrow, and like in the trailer we're gonna see reference to Batman and Superman in the near future. So I like how this universe of DC is not like they're gonna tell the story of this DC's Legends of Tomorrow, who are not legends, spoiler alert. They're not legends, well, not technically, but yeah. So I like how it's related, like there are some references that keeps us interesting and entertained, and makes us think how these characters really evolve. One thing I liked also is how much there are action. I love action-packed series, and if you love action, this is the series for you. For the people who never saw this so far, I recommend it. Until now, I recommend you seeing the first episode and reviewing it yourself. Everyone has its own opinion. You might like it, you might agree with me, you might not like it, but that is the fun of it. I really recommend watching the first episode, and you're gonna really like it, hopefully. I really love the characters of Firestorm and White Canary because they are so good. I mean, they're trained, they're very strong, they're both do not know themselves, they haven't discovered their powers that much, but they are very interesting characters. Furthermore, I want to imply on how much I liked the ship that was actually in the first episode, because when I actually saw it in the trailer, I wasn't really impressed with the graphics and all, but this ship actually looks pretty neat and pretty futuristic, and was one of the very vital aspects of the story, because it tells someone that's coming from the future to the past, and so this ship really suits the part. I really love the adventurous part of this series so far, and I really like the adventures and the time traveling and whatever goes on and the actions. But I also liked one more thing about this, and this is the hilarious part. Yes, I like the comedy so far. I like the references. I giggled a little bit, I admit it. It was actually pretty funny. So it's props to the director who knows how to balance between comedy and action into a really good comics movie. And I really enjoyed this. Also, there are some rumors that the future next episodes that's gonna premiere is gonna have more references on superheroes and might have some cameos of maybe Flash, Batman, Superman, who knows. But it's really entertaining and really lovely if they do that, because this is gonna be so epic. Also, I can't end this video without talking about the soundtrack, which sounds very, very beautiful. I mean, the soundtrack is also one very vital part to why I really like the first episode, and I'm really looking forward to the second. So I'm gonna review the second when it comes out, but for now, I really enjoyed making this video, and please feel free to tell me how you saw the show, how you reacted to it. Did you like it? Did you not? Did you agree? Please like, subscribe, comment, support this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. See ya.